Hey everyone, it's Pittico from Rock Daydream Nation. Well, the weekend is almost upon us, and it's the very final concert of Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, The Last Time. So, monumental event, tons of bands, different musicians playing in Birmingham to celebrate the career of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. I thought it'd be a good opportunity to maybe talk about 5 songs that definitely will not be played by Sabbath in their final set that I'd like to hear. Some of them are deep cuts, some of them are just favourite tunes. So without further ado, here are 5 songs you won't hear at the concert, but I'd love to hear them play it. First one is off the Sabotage album, and it's Hole in the Sky. This has a deep, gnarly riff, that a rolling riff shines a light on Tony Iommi as the riff meister extraordinaire. Lyrically, it's about pollution, but Ozzy is, in fine vocal form, singing about a hole in the sky. Take me to heaven, window in time, through it I fly. Maybe it's a cosmic time machine going through a portal, but it's kind of semi-apocalyptic, it's dark, it's got a dingy riff, and I think it'd be a great crack of a song to put in the song set, and it's really one of the best songs off Sabotage, in my opinion, one of the greatest Black Sabbath albums or heavy metal albums of all time. So, Hole in the Sky. Okay, my next pick is another deep cut, one that you wouldn't think about, off the much maligned album Never Say Die, and I'm talking about Johnny Blade. Tortured and twisted, he walks the streets alone. People avoid him. They know the street's his own. This is a great song. It's Sabbath at their storytelling best, or should I say Geezer Butler, the secret weapon of Sabbath with his lyrics. It tells the story of a small-time hoodlum, a knife-wielding thug called Johnny Blade. It's got a great riff. And basically, I just love Ozzy's very expressional vocals. It's got a great vocal line. It's interesting. It's got time signature changes, and it's very much a deep cut. Look, I think Never Say Die is one of the most underrated albums in the Sabbath catalogue, and it should be way up there. But for the purposes of this show, I would love them to wheel out Johnny Blade, because it's kind of like their Welcome to the Jungle. Johnny Blade off Never Say Die is my number 4 pick. My number 3 pick is off the Sabbath Bloody Sabbath album, which to me is one of the most proggy Sabbath albums. This is where they're really exploring time signature changes, different chordal structures, being inventive. Iommi's stretching his wings. I think Killing Yourself to Live, I think this would be a great song, a deep cut song. I really like the melody, the inventiveness of, I think all the band is completely in the pocket. A song, it's a cautionary tale about the excesses of rock and roll, and how something, can be so enjoyable, but at the same time, it's killing you. It's got that negative effect. Lyrics aside, killer riff, killer melody, and the band are in the pocket. And again, this is another indication of Iommi being the riffmeister. So that's my number 3 deep cut. That will never be played, and that's Killing Yourself to Live. Right, my number 2 is After Forever off the Masters of Reality. I think this is the prototype stoner rock album. The melodies, the rhythms, the time signatures are kind of slowed down. They're heavy, they're down-tuned. One of the most gnarliest, deep riffs of Tony Iommi. I never get sick of it. Lyrically, it's talking about all the it's Geezer Butler's favourite sort of topics about religion, war, politics, social observation. Very shrewd, very sharp lyricist is Geezer Butler. And Ozzy's vocals are engaging, melodic, and I think this would be a great song. But as I said, for the show, the final performance of Black Sabbath, this would be a perfect song because it's got this really gnarly riff and it'll get the audience going. So this is After Forever, and it's a deep cut that probably won't get played. All right, my final choice is off the Technical Ecstasy album of 1978. And this is the opening track, Backstreet Kids. So I kind of think it's a little bit of going full circle because, you know, the guys in Black Sabbath, they're all Backstreet Kids. They came from the poorest part of Birmingham and rose to the top as titans of heavy metal and hard rock and music per se. So I think it's a nice little reminiscing song. I like the chords. It's again the riffmeister Tony Iommi comes up with this killer riff that's infectious, bit of a rolling riff. There's a little bit of prog flourishes in this song that keep it interesting and melodic. But Backstreet Kids, it's a little bit of a mover, has a bit of a groove, and I think this would be a great song that they could play. Deep cut, but in no shape or form will be played at the concert. Anyway, 5 songs I've chosen. No way, shape or form, I don't think they will ever get played. But it's a wish list, and that's what it is. It's all about speculation. I'll be streaming the concert. I'm looking forward to watching it. And I guess there's going to be more shows on Rock Daydream Nation talking about Sabbath, talking about Ozzy. Stay tuned. Please subscribe because there's plenty more rock content coming up. I'll see you soon, and cheers.